have our new.
What's going on? What's going on? Why you pinching me?
Because you
Double
did
tell
too.
everybody what's
What
going
bitch?
on. What's going on, everybody? We are Twin Flames Unite. We are at it again. And if
Yes.
y'all don't know already, I'm
And
Chris.
I'm Leisha.
What
What
up?
up?
Sorry for the camera. I'm just trying to get Leisha more into the screen.
Yeah, because he
We got to
always
show
got
off.
me out of the
We got to
screen.
show off my baby. Show how cute she is.
I'm trying to get my crystals right. There we
What's
go.
going on? What's going on? We're gonna give a few minutes for everybody to jump in. What's up? What's up?
Hello, modern witch.
Modern witch. Ooh, I like
like
that.
like the name.
Oh boy. Make sure you use those gifts for good.
Hey Judah. Hey, hey, hey.
What's going on, everybody? Today is oh, wow. Today,
You could tell.
yes, is December the 12th.
12, 12.
12/12, and we're at 8 o'clock. Well, a little
Yes.
bit after 8.
Little, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yes, guys, it's a big day. 12, 12. You know, this
Hmm.
whole ascension process kind of like ignited on 2012.
Yes.
So 12, 12. This is the day to, to really use that portal to, hey,
Peace,
Hector,
peace,
what's up?
peace.
Peace,
What's
peace.
up?
So today is the day to really
Hmm.
transcend all the lower nature, the lower aspects of yourself. Your shadow. This is a perfect time to
Mm.
do shadow work.
Yes.
Bring all those the lower parts of yourselves that you're not so proud of. Pretty much,
Yep.
bring them to the surface and transcend them into the light. So this is what this is about. 12, 12.
Yes. Yes. And uh, quick shout out to YouTube
Oh yeah, you too.
because today, oh wow, today is a day that we've been waiting for quite some time. And oh yeah, thank you.
Thank you. We just
Hey,
meditated.
we just finished a nice little meditation. So
Yes, we did a flush.
yes,
Yes, galactic
yes.
flush, and it feels really good. We
Hmm.
feel renewed in spirit and mind and body.
Yes.
Yes.
So like I said, big ups to YouTube today. We want to thank you because I know y'all are watching this because y'all review everything we do. But today, YouTube finally made our channel official. Like
Mm-hmm.
we've been approved and into the partnership with YouTube. So
Yes.
channels monetized. We have the ability to do super chat. So
Yay! You
if y'all
guys
see,
did
yes,
it.
and it's because of
It's
y'all.
because of
It's because of
y'all.
y'all. So we thank y'all so
So
much.
much love and appreciation in this
Hmm.
moment. And they approved it, guys, today, 12, 12.
Yes.
Like, this day is really serious. Like, today I got my, look, full moon. Yes. Thank you,
Yes.
Hector. Thank you, everyone. It's, look, we have 11 people here. We have one like, 111. You see, it just keeps going. It keeps
Yes.
going.
Yes, yes, yes. And so if y'all are just real quick, just a little house maintenance or whatever. If y'all are not familiar with Super Chat, you will see it when you hit the comments down below. Out to the right, there's a little dollar sign there, and you can donate any type of amount that you would
Yep.
like, because whatever money you all donate to the channel is gonna, for one, it's gonna help us get a new stand for
Right?
this
Because
camera.
I stand is leaning like right.
Like I don't even want to touch it to go through the
Yeah.
thing. But any donations that y'all send through the channel would be greatly appreciated. It's going
Yes.
to help in improving this channel. It's
Right.
going to also help going towards it's going to help towards going oh wow, excuse me. Going towards the Twin Flame Chronicles.
Yes, we want to do the Chronicles, guys.
Oh, there we
Oh,
go. Thank you.
Julie.
See, now that's what I'm talking about right there, y'all.
Thank
Julie, that
you.
is called a super chat. Thank you,
Yes. We
YouTube.
just want to see it
Bless y'all.
work too. Like we are so it's
That-
so cute when it comes
yeah.
up with the blue. Thank you
So yeah,
so
this
much.
is a high point for us. So thank y'all once
Yes.
again. We would not be able to do
We
this if it
wouldn't.
wasn't for y'all.
Thank you for encouraging
Okay.
us. And guys, believe you me, it did get rough at one point because
Mm-hmm.
we do this full time now. With our twin flame community and
Mm-hmm.
helping to raise awareness and help with the ascension process. And a couple weeks ago in the you guys remember the retrograde, right? Show
Yeah.
your hands.
It was just a few days ago,
Show
so
your hands if you remember the retrograde.
yes,
And so the retrograde, and this is why today is so important, 12/12,
yes,
because during the retrograde, it really brought a lot of stuff to the surface.
yes,
See, we
yes,
got somebody who remembers the retrograde.
yep, yep,
It gave us a chance to bring those aspects of ourselves, situations that we're not so proud of, bring it to the surface for clearing and cleansing.
hmm,
So now today will be the day that you clear and you cleanse all those things and you transcend it to the light and you use all of those parts
yes,
of yourselves in situations that you got into that you didn't like as
hmm,
experiences and then it turns into wisdom. So
yes,
that's what the 12/12 portal is all about. It's really about rising,
hmm,
ascending and using those things, your experiences, knowledge.
hmm,
And knowledge is power. To
yes,
whom much is given, much is expected. So we're
hmm,
just gonna keep rising, guys. Keep
yeah,
rising. And today is the day for us to appreciate everything about ourselves. I mean, everything.
everything.
Appreciate your divorce. Appreciate your breakups. Appreciate your makeups.
Appreciate getting fired from that job.
Appreciate getting fired from that job. Appreciate getting hired at a new job. Just
Yeah.
appreciate every person in your life that's done you something wrong. Appreciate it because we gain more
Hmm.
from difficult relationships than we do loving relationships because it's easy to love
Yes.
somebody that loves you,
Oh yeah.
but it's a little harder to love and forgive someone who's hurt you.
Hmm.
But they come with the biggest lessons.
Yes.
And that's what today is for.
Yes,
Yay.
yes, yes. So if you all are new to this channel, once again, we do ask that you subscribe, and we thank,
Yay.
and we've been seeing so many people subscribing to the channel recently,
Right.
even with our lack of videos.
Absence.
But but yeah, but we thank y'all so much for subscribing, and once again, give us that thumbs up on this
Yeah, we
video
got like
if y'all
one
like
like.
this.
Come on, guys.
Yes.
Give us a thumbs up. You know we love y'all.
Hmm. Okay. Now y'all have to excuse me because I don't have my contacts on or my
Uh-oh.
glasses. So Alicia's gonna be doing all the
I
readings.
gotta read. It's okay.
But yeah, but as we go through this video, definitely drop any type of questions that you may
Right.
have in regards to twin flames or just spirituality altogether.
Right.
But like Alicia was talking about, this day is so so important.
Yeah.
Like it's really it's the to me it's like a pivot point, you
Right.
know, or like at a crossroads.
Mm-hmm.
Because with the retrograde that we all went through, depending on your sign, some of y'all went through it worse than others,
Yeah.
but we all went through it, and we can really sit back and appreciate it because it helped us to purge a lot of things that were not for our greatest good.
Exactly. And many of you might have had relationships that you might have to have let go of,
Hmm.
which is fine because everything happens for a reason.
Yes,
So it's just a growing, a chance to grow.
yes,
And we've grown. We had to let go also.
hmm,
And we had to grow also. So
yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Because even though some people would consider us an overnight success when it comes to the twin flame thing, oh, believe me,
Guys,
we still work on a constant basis,
constantly.
and we have to constantly keep our vibrations high as well because we understand that for the type of things that we want in our lives, we have to keep our vibrations high because the things that we want are high vibrational things.
Exactly.
So in order to obtain those things, we have to keep our vibrations high, even though some things may be coming around the corner that we may or may not see. We
Right.
still have to keep those vibrations high. We want to help keep the vibrations high for you all as well,
Exactly.
because once again, we're about to go into 2019,
Mm-hmm. In the
and
Matrix.
yes, and so for some good news for y'all, for those who are on this twin flame journey, because we know a lot of you all have been doing your work.
Oh, yes. And we are
A
so
lot of
proud of our subscribers.
hmm,
You guys are amazing.
Yes.
Third eye vision.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes, yes, yes. Third Eye, and
Absolutely.
shout out to Third Eye Apparel, and thank you to everybody that's been buying the crystals
Yeah.
on there,
Thank
that's been buying
you.
the shirts. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank
Yes.
you. And but getting into our twin flames, okay?
Give him
So
those. Give
so
him.
many of y'all have what's up, QB?
Hey,
Or the
CB,
CB?
it's okay.
Okay.
You keep.
See the glasses, I can't
I
see.
gotta
The C
see.
look like a Q. For those of you all who have been going through and doing your work,
Right.
because we can see it so much in the comments and things of that
Mm-hmm.
nature. Because like so many people were so fixated on finding their twin
Right.
in the beginning, and now a lot of people are just focusing on ascending themselves, growing
Yep.
spiritually. And what happens is that once you start working on yourself, you start getting all these things out of the way,
Yep.
removing blockages, removing old patterns, deleting all of the BS, the
Right.
belief systems,
Exactly.
then that's when it makes room for your twin to start coming through.
Right. People are writing us and telling us,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, my twin flame called me, and we in union now,"
Mm-hmm.
and it's just going. And some of them who still not in union, it's going from a place of, I miss my twin, I want my twin,
Mm-hmm.
to I've done so much work, I've done so much clearing,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel so much. I've done so much work, I've done so much clearing,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel so much better about myself. I feel so much better about myself. I feel so much more confident about myself. And some of them are actually realizing that the people that they thought that were their twin flame is actually like a karmic relationship, or a false, they like to call it a false twin flame,
Mm-hmm.
or a false, they like to call it a false twin flame.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they're elevated on such a level that everything is beginning to be a lot clearer to them now. And that
Yes.
is beautiful, like to actually, like this guy that we were working with, Michael,
Mm-hmm.
spoke to him, what, 2 weeks ago. I did him a favor. I did a card reading. I only do the card reading really for myself, but sometimes when the spirit leads you, then you help somebody.
Yeah.
And so I did a card reading. Then you help somebody.
Yeah.
And so I did a card reading, oracle card reading for him, and everything was spot on. Like, I even shocked myself. Asked Chris,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
gave him the right information that he needed. He said I lit a fire under his ass. He's like, I'm going under his ass. He's like, I'm going to work right now. But I'm about
Oh.
to work right now. But I'm about to
Oh
go
boy.
go to work. And he did.
Mm-hmm.
He applied all of the information. And yesterday, which is like, that was 2 weeks ago. Yesterday he called. He said, Alicia, I have to talk to you. I have to talk to you. I'm like, okay, call me tomorrow, which was yesterday. I'm like, okay, call me tomorrow, which was yesterday. And he said, you won't believe. And then when he said, you won't believe. And then when he picked up the phone, you should have seen his face. His face
Yes.
was bright. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
wow, you've been doing work, Michael. He said, you lit a fire up on my ass the last time we talked.
Oh boy.
And he was so happy, and he looked so much,
Oh boy.
and he was so happy, and he looked so much lighter and brighter because he actually took the time to do the work. He was doing clearing, he was healing, breaking patterns within himself, healing relationships. And it's amazing because
Yep.
as Michael was doing his work, and it's amazing because
Yep.
as Michael was doing his work, he actually noticed his twin flame, because he carries the feminine energy, and he
Mm-hmm.
actually noticed a growth in his twin flame. So it was
Yes.
so cool
Yeah. Yeah.
to actually see it happen, like, witness it for yourself.
Yeah.
To actually see it happen, like, witness it for yourself
Oh yeah.
on in someone else,
Oh yeah.
on in someone else.
Yeah. And so with going into 2019, probably by midsummer, a lot of people are going to start coming in contact with their twins.
Yes, your
Okay.
true twin flame.
I mean
Yep.
your true twins.
Yes, your
Okay.
true twin flame.
I mean
Yep.
your true twin
The
flame.
first wave of twins,
Right.
a lot of them are gonna start coming into union.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's beautiful.
So the hard work that y'all have put in is about to really start paying off. But don't use that as like, okay, I can stop now because I know they about to come. No, you still got to keep
It's a
doing that work. I know they about to come. No, you still got to keep
it's a
doing that work.
constant
It's the
growth.
constant.
Yeah, somebody said something just now. She said, "You two are beautiful. Thank you for sharing." Oh, you
Oh
are
yeah.
welcome, Javed. That's a pretty
And
name too. Thank you.
yes. Oh yeah.
And somebody said, just like Lauren Hill.
Oh yeah,
Sorry,
we.
you know, I'm with this. Just like Lauren Hill says, how you gonna win when you ain't right with how you gonna win when you ain't right with
Mm,
how you gonna win when
when you
you
ain't
ain't
right
right
within.
within.
Yes, Lauren Hill dropping some mad lyrics.
Yes, I love it, I love it.
Hmm.
Look at you, thumbs up.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, definitely hold tight on that,
Yes, guys.
and so it today is just so awesome because it's really gonna help. Today is just so awesome because it's really gonna help start the right foundation or the right momentum
Right.
into 2019.
Yes, today
Okay.
is the day. It's not the last day in December, guys. It's
Mm-mm.
today.
Yeah.
Just ride that wave, that ascension wave. Let go of things that's, let go of unforgiveness. That's number one.
Mm-hmm.
Always remember, forgiveness is not for the other person, it's for you, right? So
Mm-hmm.
let go. That heart chakra, that heart energy. That heart chakra, that heart energy, you want to keep
Mm-hmm.
it clear, okay? Because back in the day in Egypt, right, when they had to weigh the heart against a feather, right?
Right.
So if your heart is heavier than the feather, what happens?
Mm.
That's what that means, really. So you
Yeah.
want to make sure your heart is light, and when your heart is light, that means that you're a forgiving person. And when your heart is light, that means that you're a forgiving person, and that you're filled with lots of compassion and lots of authentic love. Like, and the best way to be authentic is to be real with yourself. Learn to say no.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Every time you tell someone no, that means that you're knowing yourself a little bit more. Okay? So
Yes.
no allows you to know yourself. Okay? So
Yes.
no allows you to know yourself.
Yes.
And that's healthy,
Yes.
and that's healthy boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
So it's okay to say no. Be authentic in what you do.
Yeah. Yeah. And just like because we were doing a counseling for a young lady yesterday, uh, yesterday, uh, and one of the things that we wanted to remind her is because she's one of those type of people that just loves to go out of her way and help
Yes.
people,
Give, 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 give,
pretty
give.
much give a shirt off her back. But for her to balance out, but for her to balance out her energy and her and things that are going on with her, she had to understand that it's best to fill your cup first.
Right. And pour from the overflow.
Yes, because the overflow is for everybody else. Now, I wish I had a cup right now. Now,
So we could show.
like you just the water that's in the cup that you pouring in. Just imagine that's a cup right there.
Right.
The water that's in the cup that you pouring in. Just imagine that's a cup right there.
Right.
You pouring that water in, right, and the water gets to the top and it starts to overflow.
Right.
Now, whatever's coming out of that cup that's overflowing is for everybody else that's around you.
Right.
Okay, and that's another thing, and this is just a thought for me. When that's another thing, and this is just a thought for me. When you want to make sure that your overflow is going to the right people, so you want to make sure that the people that are around you that's going to catch this overflow are worthy of your overflow.
Right.
Okay, because and it's not to say that everybody's not worthy, but you have to make sure that you create the world that you want to live in, and that
Right.
the people that are in your field or in your surroundings, that's in your circle, and they're not on the same vibration as you. Well, for one, if they're not of the same vibration, eventually they're going to move themselves
They're
out of
gonna
the
move
way.
themselves out of the
But
way.
you want to make sure that you keep quality people around you. You don't have to worry about having a whole bunch of friends. Just keep some good quality people that's around you, because those good quality people are going to have their own set of good quality people. Your overflow is going to go to them. Their
Right.
overflow is going to go to their counterparts,
Right.
and that's how changing yourself impacts everybody.
Around you.
Yes.
Right. You want to change the world, you start with changing yourself. And somebody said something so vital here. She said, without meeting my false twin, I would never be ready for the true one.
Mm.
Much clearing had to still be done. Yes,
Yes.
Isla.
Yes. Yes.
That is so, like, that's
Oh,
why we're
we.
trying to say on 12/12, which is today. This is a very good day to be thankful for those false twin, for those karmic relationships, because they teach you the most.
Yes.
They show you what not to do
Mm-hmm.
and what not to take to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes the next level that you're getting ready to go, you might not be able to take certain people with you.
Mm-mm.
And it's not a good or a bad thing. It just is,
Right.
right? What do you call it when you continue to purge pain from an ex but still are in love with that person, trying to heal and also accept you, still want that person? What do you do with those feelings? That's very good. And I actually have a friend who's dealing
Mm-hmm.
with this right now with her daughter. Now, what's going on here is that yes, you're feeling feelings for another person. Now, if that person is not returning those feelings and those emotions, there's going to be a imbalance.
Mm-hmm.
So now what you're going to have to do now, the love that you're taking and you're, because love is like energy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the energy that you're putting into loving someone else, which is just pretty much going into a cup with no bottom, you're going to have to start taking that love and giving it to yourself.
Right.
You're going to have to be self full, not selfish, self full. You have to kind of, it's like a slap yourself in the face, like the water in your face. You have to really talk to
Yeah.
yourself and bring yourself into a certain level of consciousness, awareness,
Mm-hmm.
to really look at yourself outside of yourself. Talk to yourself. Be like, what are you doing?
Mm.
Okay? This person is not reciprocating the same things that you're giving out.
Right.
So why are you even being bothered to do this? This it all goes back to self-worth and setting boundaries,
Yes.
because people would treat you how you treat yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to show people how to treat you. You
Yes.
have to love yourself to the degree where somebody's trying to step to you
Mm-hmm.
with any type of lower vibrational feeling or emotion or anything, they'll think twice to come at you with that because they'll see how much you love yourself,
Right.
right? Like just try to
Yeah.
keep yourself in high vibes no matter what you do. And eventually, if you got to fool yourself in the beginning, eventually your mind is going to believe it.
Yeah.
And it is okay. But the love that you're giving to someone else, take it and just give it to yourself. And eventually you'll build yourself up. You'll build up your self-worth. In few maybe a few 2-3 weeks down the line, you'll be like, well, what was I doing? You just have to continue to love yourself and appreciate yourself and set those
Yes.
boundaries.
Oh, okay. And I think I read Stacy's.
Oh.
Yeah, Stacy. Okay. But yeah, to answer your question, Stacy, yes, when it comes to relating to other people, it can be difficult
Oh yeah.
because you are on a different wavelength because you're able to see, and when I mean by see, I mean understand.
Mm-hmm.
And you're seeing it with your third eye.
It's right here. This is what we look with.
Now, in order to see with your third eye, you're on a different frequency.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, going back to one of our favorite movies, which is A Wrinkle in Time, if you think back to the towards the end of the movie, where the three ladies that were helping the kids, when they
Right.
went over to give them their little gifts for being in the it,
Mm-hmm.
that they couldn't exist there
Right. It was not a
because
vibrational match.
right, because the place that they went to was a low vibration and they couldn't stay there.
They literally couldn't stay.
Right. And so the people that are going to come into your field, if they're not a vibrational match, some in some shape, form, or fashion, they will exit stage left.
They will. And
Okay.
I see a lot of people make this mistake. And guys, don't make this mistake, okay? It's easy to make this mistake. A lot of people tend to dim their light,
Mm, don't do
okay?
that.
If you're at a certain level, you've done a lot of work and
Mm-hmm.
you've got to a certain level, you're vibrating high,
Mm-hmm.
and you come around somebody that's low vibrational, um, the only way that you would meet them where they're at is to try to bring them where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
Don't stoop down and unravel all the work that you've been doing for someone.
Right.
Bring them up to your level if you can, but never unravel all the work that you've been doing, because
Right.
we've actually seen this where people would
Mm-hmm.
forget about all the hard work that they put in with themselves just to meet someone on a lower frequency. And it's
Yeah.
not to say that you're better than anybody. This is not
No.
what this is at all. because everybody is just on
Mm-hmm.
different levels of their journey. It's not like
Mm-hmm.
I'm better than you, you're better than me, I'm a higher level, you're no.
Right.
We all came here to do work. This is Earth.
Right.
This is the school of hard knocks.
Mm-hmm.
If you were so about it, you won't be here.
Right. So true.
Right? We all here to do work. So we
So
all
true.
here for spiritual growth and development. So if you're putting in your work and you're doing what you got to do,
Mm-hmm.
and people come around you, lift them up if you
Right.
can, and
Yeah.
just use your discernment to know when it's time to let go. And when you letting go, always let go with love and
Mm-hmm.
compassion and the greatest appreciation for the lesson that you have gained from this individual.
Yes. Yes. And just think of, in saying this, because one of the things that we've noticed so much in the spiritual community is that when certain people get to a point where they realize their power,
Mm-hmm.
right? They get to a point where they get full of themselves, or they really get on their high horse. And that's something that we want to encourage everybody to try to stay away from, because it's best to stay in the middle. And when you think about it, when people come to you for help, okay, I'm going to bring a 3D scenario into this, okay?
Right.
Let's say, for example, you're a mechanic, right? You're at the AutoZone, or you're at Express Oil Change, whatever oil change place that you may go to, right? You have to think about it when people go to that mechanic because they need help in getting their car upgraded, some changed out, get it new so it can run newer and better, right? So when that mechanic has a Honda that comes to them to get their oil changed, they can't use the same parts on the Honda that
Mm.
they would use on a Mercedes Benz.
Mm.
Okay? So you have to understand that when you're that mechanic, right? It doesn't matter which car comes to you that needs help. You help that particular car, that customer out where they are,
Meet them where they're at.
right?
Right.
Because it doesn't matter, because your whole thing is to help them.
Right. Right. Right.
And and some people have the misunderstanding that if somebody comes in with like a Mercedes Benz, that they got money,
Right.
versus somebody who comes in with the Honda, like they just
They
middle
broke,
class.
but it could be the other way
It
around. The
could be the other
person
way
that
around.
with the Honda got the money in the savings,
Hmm.
and the person with the Benz took all their money and bought the Benz.
Right.
So you see, again,
Yeah.
perception. Somebody had said something. I just feel like nobody is on our level. I feel like it is hard to talk to others now more than ever. I can't
Mm.
just go around saying to people, me and my twin flame.
Okay. Now with that, um, first of all, one thing that we want to encourage everybody to do moving forward in 2019 is to change the stories that you tell yourself.
Right. Change the story, guys.
Because if you constantly say that you can't talk to anybody, you won't have anybody to talk to.
Words of vibrations, guys.
Yes. And once again, the veil is gone.
Gone.
And so whatever you speak, because once again, like Leisha said, words are vibrations.
Yes.
They will go out and they will create
Yes.
what you are saying.
So be very mindful of the words that
Mm-hmm.
come out of your mouth. I said this in a video before.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's a few videos. We did a lot of videos. I'm gonna say it again just to refresh.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, guys, when you go to school, you learn how to spell. Right? That's what they teach us, how to spell. What is a spell?
Mm-hmm.
Right? You can cast a spell with your words.
Yes.
So whenever you speak, right, that's a spell.
Mm-hmm.
They woohoo it to confuse us, but that's all
Yes.
in the matrix.
Yeah.
But you just have to be very mindful because look, see, if you talk and you put your hand here, you're gonna feel the vibration of what you're saying.
Yes. Ooh,
It's
wow.
it's a vibration. It's
Mm-hmm.
vibratory.
Yeah.
So and the universe is always listening and
Mm-hmm.
wanting to do what you command it to do.
Yeah.
So whatever you speak out of your mouth, that's what you're gonna experience eventually.
Yeah.
Okay, so be very careful of the words that come out of your mouth.
Yeah.
So speak positivity into your life. Even though you're not really seeing it right now, eventually you will. So start
Mm-hmm.
changing the story that you tell yourself, and you'll see your world changes. Because as within, so without. Your
Yeah.
outside world is just reflecting what's already on the inside. The outside world is a
Hmm.
mirror reflection of the inside world.
Right.
So if you want your outside world to change, you have to first go within and change the inside world. Start saying things like, you know what, you have to start saying like mantras and chants to
Right.
yourself.
Yeah.
Everybody around me um, loves me. I love
Right.
everyone around me. Somehow I keep meeting people who's on my level.
Hmm.
I love this. You have to
Yeah.
start feeding yourself these a different story to have a different experience.
Right. Yeah, because I know early on in our journey, it felt weird to us that well, actually, I'm gonna take y'all through the stages of what we actually went through, because when we first started waking up, and we live in Alabama, right? So we were like, "Hey, nobody woke in Alabama,
Nobody.
right?" And we started changing the way that we spoke about it. We were like, we meet so many high vibrational people, so many conscious people,
Hmm.
and to the point where we started coming in contact with people from Alabama.
Tell him about the one
And
with the car with the lady at the gas station with what her
oh,
license plate
oh
said.
wow, yeah, that was crazy because we were at the
That's when it
gas station
started.
one day, and yeah, it really started for us.
Hmm.
And I noticed that the lady's tag on the back said 432 hertz. I was like, what? 432 hertz? Like, I gotta stop and talk to her and see who
Yeah.
she is, because like we didn't think nobody in Alabama was woke, right? And then it went to another level because one of the things that we notice in the conscious community when it comes to our brown people, when they start to get conscious, they get on the Black Power
Right,
movement,
right, right,
and we're
right.
like, uh, I mean, that's not something that we really entertain, because once again, that's in duality.
Right.
Okay,
Living in the matrix in
that's
the
causing,
3D.
yeah, and it's
Yeah.
causing a separation,
Right.
and that's really not the case, because once you start diving deep into all of this, you
Right.
understand that this whole Black Power, Black movement
Right.
stuff, and of course we're black, we're African Americans, we are
Right.
African descent, so yeah,
Exactly.
we
You
support it,
you
but
recognize it,
yeah,
but you don't like dwell in it and feed on it because you're
right,
just feeding that agenda.
right,
Because that's actually an agenda, a specific agenda. And if you do
mm-hmm,
some more research into what is it called, the paperclip agenda?
yeah,
Agenda. There's different agendas that they have, but
mm-hmm,
the race agenda, that's just one of the tentacles that the dark ones use to control the population within the matrix.
right,
So you have to see things for what they are, acknowledge them. Some people try to do something about it, but you can't get stuck
mm-hmm,
in certain I call it the tentacles,
yes,
because you have the head of the octopus and then you have the tentacles. The
mm-hmm,
tentacles are always busy, like
right,
race wars, religion, media, war
right,
on terrorists.
yeah,
What? Really?
yeah,
But anyhow, that's a
so
whole nother topic. You see,
yeah,
you
yeah.
can't bite it.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
But just to go into that, because like we first evolved to like there's nobody woke in Alabama,
Right.
and then we started to think like there wasn't any like really woke brown people, black people
Right.
like us in Alabama,
Right.
and then we once again changed our verbiage, and now
Mhm.
we started coming in contact with more people like us, more brown
Right.
people like us that are actually woke in Alabama.
Right.
I mean, it's not so crazy. We actually met
Mhm.
one wonderful couple who we're
Oh
looking to
yeah.
have some more conversations
They're
with,
awesome.
and like super conscious, super loving. I mean, they
Yes.
just ooze love.
Beautiful. And I think
Yes,
the guy's name was Chris.
yeah. His name was Chris
And they
too.
had this they were born in the same month.
Yeah, yeah. Both in March. Yep.
Synchronicity is crazy these days too.
Yeah. So you'll start to notice once you get into alignment, um, you'll start attracting your vibe. Your vibe
Yes.
attracts your tribe.
Boom. Your vibe attracts your tribe. So whatever you want to experience, be that.
Mm.
So
Yes.
if you're looking for love, be love.
Hmm.
Whatever you're looking for, be it. Because
Abundance,
exactly, be it.
peace.
Feel it, be it, and then
Yes.
you'll start attracting it within
Hmm.
your life. In the beginning, it sounds cuckoo for cocoa puffs until you actually start doing it,
Right.
and then you start seeing. Can you guys elaborate on how to get to know thyself and how to master it? Yeah, absolutely. Meditation.
Mm.
Meditation, meditation, meditation. That's how we started.
Yes.
There are lots of videos on YouTube got with guided meditations for those of you who are just started on your meditation journey.
Mm-hmm.
But the first step to getting to know yourself is to meditate, because simply because it's one
Mm-hmm.
simple reason is because meditate means to study.
Mm.
That's what the word meditate means. It means to study. So when you meditate, right, you're studying yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting to connect with the essence of who you are.
Yes.
And the more you say no, the more you're going to know yourself and the more you're going to connect with yourself.
Right.
And spend time alone.
Yes. Oh,
Some
yes.
people don't like to, because when I was young, I didn't like to spend time alone.
Mm-mm.
But as I got older, I enjoy my own company. Spend time
Mm-hmm.
alone, get to know who you are, because when you're around too many people, it's a lot of vibes going on, and
Yes.
so it's a lot of different perceptions and stuff. So it's kind
Mm-hmm.
of hard to get to narrow down to who you are, because people think that this physical body is
Mm-hmm.
it, but we have seven subtle bodies, and you guys should study the seven subtle bodies.
Yes.
And they extend out like 5 or 6 feet from our actual
Oh, I keep
physical
going to
body.
sleep.
So study the seven subtle bodies, meditate.
Yes.
That will give you a chance to connect with your inner self, who you really are,
Right.
not this avatar, because this is
Right.
just this is like you and your
It's
car.
just a shell.
It's just a shell to take you where you got to
Mm-hmm.
go here on planet Earth to learn the stuff that you came here to learn.
Yeah.
But to connect with your essence, meditate.
Yeah. And and one other way, as far as getting to know thyself outside of going within, like Leisha was talking about the seven supple bodies,
Oh yeah.
the other thing that you want to really look into is the natural laws,
Oh yes.
the
Say it.
seven hermetic principles. Because
Yes.
once you start getting into the seven hermetic principles, you understand the laws that are out here, like gravity.
Mm-hmm.
You understand that gravity applies to everybody, whether they know it or not.
Or whether they believe it or not. Like gravity don't
Right,
need for you to believe in it for it to exist. You go jump off a building, you gonna go right down,
right.
right?
And just like the seven hermetic principles about everything is always in motion, as
Mm-hmm.
above, so below.
As within, so
The
without.
female male energy, the
Mm-hmm.
balance is all there. And when you really look at it, you see it in nature and you see it everywhere. And
Right.
then also once you one thing that really got me, and this is actually just recent, y'all, because like I said, this is a journey that we continue on a day-to-day basis.
Constant growth.
I recently started getting into more sacred geometry.
Oh man.
And when you start getting into sacred geometry, I mean, it to me at the beginning, it just seemed weird. I didn't catch the connections. I was like, how is this triangle? How is this circle? How is this Fibonacci
Right.
sequence make any sense?
Mm-hmm.
But when you start to look at it, especially for the Fibonacci sequence,
Oh my
when
goodness.
you take 1 plus 1 and then you add the numbers on,
Mm-hmm.
and it
Keep
adds up to the
adding.
golden ratio.
Mm-hmm.
And the golden ratio exists in everything,
Everything.
from every person, from the length from your hand to your elbow
Mm-hmm.
is the golden ratio.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at the seashell, I can't remember the name of the shell.
Oh, the one that spins.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
spiral
that's a
one.
perfect example too.
Yeah,
The spiral one.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it is in everything. And when you start to notice that these these natural laws are a part of everything,
Mm-hmm.
then it really makes you go within. Because once you start looking at sacred geometry and you look at that spiral and circle, or you look at the flower of life, because I
Mm-hmm.
actually, and that's one thing I started drawing those even more.
Yep.
If y'all look on our store, Third Eye Apparel, you'll see that there are a lot of shirts that I started doing with the sacred
Yes. The
geometry on
flower of
it.
life.
And it's so funny because once I started drawing the flower of life, for example, because there's like steps to doing it and everything, it gets to a certain point that you can't see the beginning or the end.
Yep.
And it makes you think like it all started from this one point and then it just
Mm-hmm.
blossomed out.
Expands. Yeah.
And when it got to the point where it blossomed out, you can't tell
You
where it begins
can't.
and ends.
You really can't.
So to really know thyself, go through and do the meditation. I know this
Yeah.
this question went kind of longer than I even anticipated
Sorry.
because I saw one other question that came behind there,
Yeah.
and I remember the question I'm gonna tell you in a second. as far as how many twins we met. But to
One.
really get to well, true twin flames. We only met one true twin flame
In union, I should say.
that's in union.
Yeah.
But to really get to know thyself, go into meditation,
Mm-hmm.
reflect, really accept your dark side as well as your light side.
Right.
Once you do that from within, start studying the laws that actually matter.
Yes, not the ones that's made up
Yeah,
that they want to change every 5 minutes. Those are
right.
not just because something
Mm-hmm.
is legal
Mm,
doesn't mean that it's right.
right.
Okay? You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? Like a few years ago, what was in the United States, brown people couldn't sit in the front of the bus, right?
Mm,
But it was legal. But was it right?
mm.
See that? So just because they make up these little laws, look at the marijuana. That's a good example,
Yes.
right? So a
Even though
few
it's
couple years ago,
yeah,
it was illegal in every state. Now, each state it's becoming legal. See, it's changing.
yeah.
So
Natural laws don't change.
that's not the ones you
They
need to be worried about. You need to worry about the laws that don't change, which is the
mm-hmm.
universal laws, the
Yeah.
natural laws.
Yeah. And you know the thing that really got me started on that path because I was really searching within and one question came to me like what is real,
Hmm.
right? Because I was like there's so many things, so many opinions out there, so many books about things. I
Right.
wanted to know what was real. And then
Right.
I had to ask myself like how do you define real?
Mm.
And then once I started going through that and I understood what real is,
Mm.
something that's real is something that never changes.
Mm.
And that actually came from Wayne Dyer.
Mm.
And
Speak on it, baby.
I think he passed away. Peace to much love to
SIP, sleep in peace.
yes. But in that question, it made me okay. So once again, let me backtrack. When I started my awakening process, I wanted to base it on something that was real, something that I can put my feet on
Good
and I wouldn't have to
foundation.
worry about it falling,
Right.
right? So I was like, I gotta find out what's real. And what's real is something that's never changing.
Right. Like the sun going up and coming down every day.
Hmm.
That's not going to change.
No. And when you think about it, even our bodies are not real
Mm.
because they change on a
Mm.
constant basis.
Right. Because when you were a baby, right,
Hmm.
you look completely different than when you're 7,
Right.
and then when you're 14,
Hmm.
and then when you're 19,
Right.
and then when you're 27.
Facts. There you go.
Facts,
Facts.
straight facts.
Facts.
Okay?
Hmm.
So you're constantly changing. You're
Hmm.
constantly growing. What you look like when you were 7, you different
No.
now.
No.
Things have grown, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I know the one thing. I'm still gonna look this good though. I'm still gonna look this
Oh,
good.
hi. Hi, Eva. How was it? Eva, hi, Eva. Thank you for joining. Who else? Somebody else joined.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
We were just going on a little rant. Sorry,
Yeah.
because we know when it catches us, when the vibe catches us, we got to
Right.
go.
And as Alicia's looking through those comments, I want to once again remind everybody that now we have the super chat. So if y'all want to,
Yeah. I know you guys probably chiming in late. We have super
yeah,
chat now. So
yeah,
if you guys feel it in your spirit to
to
help us, because
donate
whatever,
anything.
50 cents, a dollar, whatever.
Yeah.
We just like to see the little blue stuff. It looks so cute when it come up.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
But somebody had
But
a question. Strong synchronicity.
but let's
Can you
see. Okay,
guys?
yeah, that's the question. I answered that
Oh, the twin
question.
flame. How
Yeah.
many twin flames have we met?
Yeah, we only met one true twin flame, and then there's
Yeah.
one that we met in the beginning of our
Hmm.
journey who we thought were real twin flames,
But
but
they turn out
they
to
turned out, well,
probably,
one turned
yeah,
out to be a false twin flame for the
right.
young lady, which
Hmm.
was not that great, but
No,
hopefully everything has worked out for them,
yeah,
you know.
it's a life lesson and it's
Hmm.
okay. No judgment because we don't try to put judgment on things. It just is. Yeah, so that's we met one, but we met a few, but not
Hmm.
in union.
Yeah,
We've met quite a few twin flames, but
right.
many of them are not in union.
Yes.
But they'll be soon because a lot of
Oh
them are
yeah.
doing their work. They're
Yeah,
really doing their work.
and through our counseling that we do, because once again, that's something we do on a constant basis.
Right.
There are so many people that we've worked with that have really evolved,
Ooh,
and some people have come in contact with their twin flames, and then some people have really tremendously grown spiritually.
like
Like
grown.
people are like night and day. So
Yes.
we really go in. So if y'all are ever in need of any type of consultation one on one, because when it comes to the spiritual path, it is not cookie cutter.
It is not a cookie cutter, and it's unique. Everybody's path is going to be different. You can even have the
So,
same destination, but your path is going to be different.
yeah. So don't let anybody ever tell you that they can hand you a roadmap to
Right,
get to your twin flame. They can hand you a roadmap to get to ascension.
right. Don't listen to them.
It is not the
Yeah,
same for
it
everybody.
is not.
So if you all ever want any type of personalized guidance or
Right.
just counseling, because we've gone through it, we've helped other people through it,
Mm-hmm.
and we can come up with something. Well, not so much come up with something, because when it when it comes to spirituality, before we meet with anybody that we work with, we go into a deep meditation
Oh
before we
yeah,
get into our meetings,
have
so
to.
that we are guided by our ancestors. We're
Right,
guided by the person's higher self
right.
that we're working with. Because one other thing that is very important, that if you ever look for any type of spiritual guidance, if somebody doesn't have enough respect to go to your higher self
Right.
to ask you for assistance, because
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to people's life plan, I'm sorry for going on a rant, I just feel it's coming out here, but but when you're when you're needing guidance, well, if you need guidance, it's going to be in your life plan for you to get guidance.
Right.
And if your higher self notices that you need some help,
Mm-hmm.
then when that person is helping you, they go to your higher self and like, hey, can I help so and so out? It's like,
Right.
oh yeah, come on in. Or they'll say,
Right.
no, stay where you at.
Right.
And when it comes to us, we're gonna respect that boundary.
Yep. Because we got boundaries. Because
Yeah.
people, again, guys, we all here to learn life lessons through our experiences. This is how we learn life lessons. And sometimes you want to be a super saver hoe, and you really want to jump in and help somebody.
Yeah.
But when you jump in on a crucial time for a person to learn a specific lesson, and you could jump in and you can save them, and they could miss that entire lesson. And so what you just did is prolong their growth, their spiritual growth. Now they got to have somebody new come into their life, and they have to go
Yes.
and go and have that experience all over again because they missed that lesson that they were trying to learn.
Yep. And somebody just said that so perfectly. It is free will.
Yeah. Ooh,
Yes.
that free
Because
will, boy, I tell you.
and you know that was so funny. What? Oh wow, what movie was that? We were okay. Yeah, I was watching Bruce Almighty the other day,
Oh, Bruce
and
Almighty.
it's so funny once you start becoming aware of things that go on in the Matrix, you don't see movies the same
You
anymore.
don't.
Because I used to look at Bruce Almighty and just laugh my butt off because it was just
It
funny.
ain't
But
funny.
but
It ain't
now
that funny no more, is it?
but now I see what's going on. And one of the things that happened, and it was right at the beginning of the movie, when Morgan Freeman was giving Jim Carrey the instructions on how to be God.
Mm.
And listen to the tooth, and this stuck with me, and I cannot get it out of my head. Out of my
Mm-hmm.
head, okay? He said, one of the things is that you can't tell anybody that you're God.
Mm.
That's rule number one. Rule number two is that you can't interfere with free will.
People's free will. You can't infringe on people's free will. You cannot. And you know, I start thinking about the free will as, you know, maybe it could be a hindrance sometimes.
For some people.
Because you just use your free will to do things that's not even serving you. But it's your free will.
Yeah. And the beautiful thing, like you were telling one of our clients the other day, is that, of course, your free will is there, but there's also a job that you have to do while you're here. Now, if you get too far off that path, then it comes to a
Yeah.
point where you have your angels and your guides step in, and sometimes it's not a pretty sight,
It's not pretty. You
you
get
know.
it's, the divine intervention. Like, let's say you got a plan A, plan B, plan C. You know, you're here to learn these experiences. You all the way at plan Z. So you just
Way off,
way off.
way off.
And those are the people who have things like maybe like a tragic car accident, or they won't die, whatever, but just something to put them back on track.
Yes.
Just something really big happen to set you back on track. And somehow you after that intervention, things just completely changed around.
Yes.
Now you back where you were back in 1999. That's because you was too
Yeah.
far off track.
Yeah.
So, however you want to call it, God, the universe, your higher self,
Mm-hmm.
put you, take you up, put you right back on track. Let's go here. You're supposed to be working on this. Why are you over here?
Mm-hmm.
And that's just how it works. It's no death.
No.
First of all, it's no death. Um,
I
finding your
got it
there
late.
you go. Yep, finding your mission. Um,
Be.
it's okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. She
Oh
said
yeah.
she got in late.
Oh, it's all good. Finding your
Yes,
mission
finding your
never.
mission, guys. It's no death. First of
No.
all, that's duality. And in the 3D, in the Matrix, they want us to stay in a state of duality.
Mm-hmm.
Just living because it's polarity, and again, that goes back to the seven hermetic principles, two
Mm-hmm.
sides of the same coin.
Yes.
And if I were to go into explaining why there is no death, we're gonna be here all night.
But I think a simple way of putting that is that if y'all understand we are energy,
Energy.
and
Thank you,
can
baby.
energy ever be destroyed?
You cannot. You try to
No.
kill the electricity coming through this. Let me see you try to kill the electricity
Yeah.
coming through our bulbs right now. You can't
Yeah.
do it. It's electricity. You can't
Yeah.
kill it.
Yeah. Because even with your phone, for example, right? Now your phone has a percentage charge on it. Just like your body, it has a percentage of how much energy it has in it. The older you get, the less battery percentage you have. You get down to like 90 or 100, you're down to
Right.
like 2% of energy. But the beautiful thing about a cell phone is that when you connect it back to the
To the
source,
source.
you can take it from 2% all the way up to 100% and prolong that
In the
life.
99 and the 2000.
But
You
so
see
so you
that?
have to
That's it.
understand. So like so many people say my phone's about to die. Your phone
Right.
not about to die. You hook it right back up to
Hey,
that charger. You're gonna
back
be
to
good to
source.
go.
Full of energy. And that's what meditation does too, guys.
Yes.
That's what meditation does because that's your connection with source.
And it's scientifically proven
It's, of course,
because
scientifically.
they actually did a study on people who meditate on a regular basis.
Yep.
And if my memory serves me right, for an individual who meditated at least 3 times a week, they extended their lifespan about 10 years.
Stress will
I
kill
mean,
you. Y'all consider stress when you
so
stress, like stress affects the body physically, not only mentally, but it affects you physically.
yes,
Like, because certain adrenaline got to go, and all that energy that the adrenaline is pumping, it goes someplace.
yes,
Okay, and it gets stores in certain places in your body, aka cancer, stuff like that. You've seen somebody, they might have this type of cancer, they never did this, that the stress, the stress hormones, that's what they call them.
yes,
So when you meditate, you give your body a chance to release all that built up energy that's stuck up in your chakras and stuff like that. So that's why another reason why meditation is super, super, super important for your health.
yes.
Keeps the stress level down. Oh, we love you too.
Oh, yeah, we love all of y'all because once again, we wouldn't be at this point in our
Exactly.
uh, evolution of YouTube if
Right.
it wasn't for y'all. Y'all help us grow as much as we help y'all grow,
Right.
because one of the challenges of being a YouTuber is coming up with content, fresh content all of the time. And so that causes us to really start to go within and do some actual work because we're not going
Yeah.
to just give y'all just some
No.
fluff. We're not going
No.
to give,
We want to
you
grow
know.
and we want y'all to grow. And as within, so without. If we're growing, you guys are growing and vice versa. Siddle said, I worry about that with myself. Stress really messes me up to the point where I need to change my job. Sweetheart, you follow that intuition.
I did that. Believe
We did
I
that too. Listen,
because
we had
like
to
well,
go.
it was so funny because we had just got our new apartment, right? And a month after getting our apartment, we were like, this job is draining us. We
Yes,
can't do this.
literally.
Like it was killing us. We was like, forget this, we out.
Yeah, bye, Felicia.
I mean, and since then, up. And we just paid our rent this few days
Right. I
ago.
mean,
You
listen,
know.
the universe will provide. As long as you're walking in your purpose and in your path, the universe will open doors for you that you didn't even know existed. So you follow your intuition and you go where you're happy, because at the end of the day, you don't want to be at a job
Mm-hmm.
that's draining you, that's making you unhappy, because think about the quality of life, you know?
Yes.
You want to look at the quality of your life. And
Mm-hmm.
if it's not serving you, then
Mm-hmm.
you go ahead, you go into your little meditation, get you some crystals,
Mm-hmm.
okay?
Some
Get you some
crystals.
crystals, get yourself connected with your essence, and then you'll find out where you're supposed to be. And I promise you, doors is just going to start opening up because you're walking in your purpose.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And to first two comments to Eva, absolutely correct. Doing fasting and things like that definitely help get
Yes,
some
yes,
important
yes,
message.
yes. Because when
Yes.
you, it's like when you fast. Okay, so you could feed your soul just like you can feed your body, right? So when you fast, it's like a
Mm-hmm.
fast track way of nurturing your soul.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind, it's like taking away from one to give more to the other one.
Right.
So fasting is another way of you connecting with your essence. So
Mm-hmm.
that's another way to get connected with yourself and to source is by
Yes.
fasting.
What is that? And to the person who commented something something to smile about. Oh, that is an awesome name.
Oh, that's so
Okay.
cute.
And to answer your question, something to smile about.
I like that. You see the
We just want to
vibration?
smile. It just
Listen to
make
the
you want to
vibration of
smile.
that.
But we do offer
Hey, Lady
counseling.
Intuition.
Yes, we do offer counseling to those who need just a little guidance and helping to find out their life purpose.
Yes.
Because a lot of times there are blockages and things like that
From childhood
that yeah
trauma.
that can block you from seeing what your true life purpose is.
Yes.
And so for yourself and for anybody else who's watching this video, if you go to our website, which is thirdeyeapparel.com,
Right. It should be somewhere
yeah,
here.
it's down in the description.
Yeah.
If you click on that, you can actually book a session with us.
Yes.
We have sessions for all different types of prices, and actually, Leisha just started doing oracle card
Oh
readings.
boy.
So yeah, definitely put that out there. So if you want an oracle card reading, she can do with that. But if you really want some time to go through and figure out some things to help you figure out your life purpose, we can help you with that as well.
Yeah, Eva got her obsidian bracelet today. You
There we
go,
go.
Eva. You go, girl.
Keep that protection on
Keep that
deck.
protection on deck, because not
Yeah.
only does it protect you from negative energy, like
Mm-hmm.
within the atmosphere, okay, it also helps with the radiations that comes off of the cell phone and the cell phone towers. You know, they doing the whole
Right.
5D stuff with the cell phones.
Oh yeah, they're going to
So
5G. This.
5G, I'm so
Yeah.
5D, 5G. Sorry guys, yeah. So the obsidian does help with that. So everybody, I believe you guys should really try to get you some kind of obsidian, some type of black stone, tourmaline, something
Mm-hmm.
black, guys.
Yes.
Blue tiger's eye, something to help
Yes.
with what they're getting ready to do with this 5G stuff.
Yeah. And little plug, thirdeyeapparel.com. We got some black obsidian. We got some blue tiger's eye. We
Yeah,
actually
we
got
do.
some red tiger's eye.
Oh, the
That
red one
was
is
like,
beautiful.
whew.
Yeah.
Now the red tiger's eye is actually for your root chakra, for that sexual
Ooh.
energy. So if
Why you gotta say sex? Don't let-
I mean it is.
It's for grounding.
It's for grounding, but
I'm gonna
it's
be
gonna.
what's
I
the
was looking
word?
at that the other day. I was like, I need to hold on to this one.
Y'all could use it for grounding and in the lower
Mm-hmm.
chakras. So that does help with fear, stability, and things like that. Because that's what the root chakra is for. Not only for sexual energy, Mr. Christopher.
Y'all gotta excuse me.
I
My
know.
throat chakra is clear,
It's
so
real clear. Like we've been working on that throat chakra. It's super clear.
oh boy.
Oh,
But
this
but
was
yeah,
good.
so with today, y'all, just to recap, today is an awesome day to just
Yes.
reflect and be thankful
Be
for
thankful.
everything that you have gone through, the
Mm-hmm.
ups and the downs, because they have
Mm-hmm.
led you to this point, this pivotal point,
Right.
through this doorway, through this gateway, through this portal,
12, 12.
to really help you in manifesting the type of lifestyle that you want to live.
And you can do it. You have the power within you. Every 22 of you here right now, okay,
Yes.
have the power within you. Don't doubt yourself. You have the power within you to create the life that you wish to live, okay?
Yes.
In you. You can do it. I promise you, you can do it. If I could do it, you could do it too.
Oh yeah.
You just have to connect with the essence of who you are. Tonight, after this call, go into meditation, connect with your higher
Yes.
self, get to see your Akashic records, get to see your life plan, your life purpose. Pull up your natal chart, read your natal chart. If you need us to help you to read it, we can help you read it. And transcend it. Transcend that natal chart.
Yep.
Get to your life purpose. If you're here to be a comedian, be a comedian. If
Yes.
you're here to write books, write books.
Write them.
Whatever you're here to do. If you're here to be a movie star, be a movie star. If you're here to sing, sing. Doesn't matter.
Yep.
Don't let anybody tell you you cannot be what you came here to be, because that's a lie.
Yes.
You could do it. I know you can. Alicia said so. She said, "Oh no, I can't order that one."
You can't order that one.
What you trying to order, Eva?
Oh, don't tell me something that's well. If there's something on the website that you can't order, just send us an email at info@apparel.com, or you can send an email to twinflamesunite@gmail.com, because Alicia does custom orders. She gets them all the time.
Yeah, it's probably gone.
Because I know she has so many people hit her up on Facebook
Yeah.
for custom orders that she sent out more custom orders than we sell the ones on the website. But
I
it's all
do.
good.
I really do.
So, but yeah, so we just wanted to send this love and positivity to you
Yes.
all this evening. Just everything is falling into line. We got our super
Yes, 12,
chat.
12.
We got so many things going on right now. And oh, last thing before we go out, because we know our subscribers love us.
Yay.
You know, our daughter Sarah
Oh, yes. Tell them about Sarah.
started
Don't
her
go yet,
own.
guys. Don't
Yeah,
go.
don't go yet. But Sarah started her own YouTube channel where she's reading bedtime stories to other
Oh,
kids.
so cute.
And so, and I'm sorry, I forgot to put a link down in here before we even did this. But
We will.
after this video, after we end this live, I will put a link in the comments down below,
Yeah.
and I'll pin it to the top so y'all can come back and click onto her website so you can see the first video
Yes.
that she
She's
did
so cute.
with reading. With reading, so yeah, she's doing an
Yes.
awesome
She's
job.
reading bedtime
Yeah.
stories to kids, and she's so excited to do it.
Hmm.
She's like, I can't wait for the kids to listen to me, because she said that sometimes I used to have to work, so I
Hmm.
wasn't able to read her bedtime stories. So she want to be able to read it for the kids if their mom and dad is at work,
Hmm.
and that melted my heart.
And I
So
think,
yeah.
and this question's for you before we head out of
What is
here.
the best crystals for empaths? Okay, so for empaths, most of the time empaths struggle with um, anxiety, depression, and sometimes throat chakra, depending on what type of empath you are. So usually the best crystals for empaths is usually like amethyst is like an all-purpose crystal. This crystal right here, this is the one that I'm wearing, which I have connected to. I apologize. I was making it to put on the website, but I connected to it to the point where I had to keep it. My bad. It's an angel crystal, and it helps it helps to guide you. It gives you guidance. And I think with empaths a lot of the times is because we're able to feel what other people are feeling.
Hmm.
Our discernment does not quite stand in the forefront of our decisions, if you know what I mean.
No.
So the angel stone would be a very, very good stone for an empath, along with the amethyst, because of the fact that this would help with your discernment.
Hmm.
And I think for empaths, our discernment is really what kind of hinders us, if you know what I mean.
Right. Yeah.
And just shoot me an email, because it's a few more stones that I have, like a little kit for empaths for anxiety and stuff like that.
Yes.
Because being an empath, you tend to be a little bit more anxious,
Hmm.
because it's like you already know what's going to happen, or you can feel somebody's energy.
Right.
So it kind of sets you off balance.
Right.
But send us an email, and I'll be more than happy to talk to you more and give you some more information about what crystals can benefit impacts, especially.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
And guys, don't forget about our super duper chat, okay? Don't
All
forget
right.
our super chat because this is our first time that we're doing it, and we're so excited. And before you go, I'm gonna show you guys what Chris did for me today. Look what he
Hold on,
made.
we gotta change it.
Look what Chris did.
You gotta
Uh,
show in the back, show in the back.
I can't
Hold on.
show him the
You got
back.
your stand up and say.
I ain't got baby. Look what I'm
Okay,
wearing.
but
I
if
ain't
y'all,
got no pants
hey,
on.
you know what? Because we have the ability to post on YouTube, we're actually going to post the pictures of my baby with her shirt. On the
Yeah.
back of it, it says Crystal Plug because she
Look at
is
that
the
12-12.
yeah. Oh wow,
You see,
really?
guys, it's deep. It's deep.
Y'all just missed it, but we had 12 people on here
And
and
12
12
likes.
likes. Wow, on 12. How about
Yes.
that?
Oh, look at
But
there. There you go again, guys. Look at the screen. 12-12. 12 people,
oh
12
man.
likes.
But yeah, but on the back of her shirt it says Crystal Plug. Yeah, she is the plug.
Yeah,
There
it's a
you go.
plug.
So after this video, we're gonna post those pictures onto YouTube because you know you can actually post on YouTube
Which
now.
is cool.
So we're gonna put that on there so everybody can see, and that's pretty much it, y'all. You
Libra
know,
soul sister. Yeah, Libra in the
yeah,
house.
yeah. There we go. There we go. We love
We
y'all.
love you
We're gonna head
guys.
out while we got 12 people on here and 12 likes.
Yes, it's a perfect exit for
For
12-12
12.
piece.
We love y'all. Peace out.